I'll start saying that from now on.
That should be a shirt. Follow the trail,
Follow the trail
crumbs, and you'll
crumbs.
find these.
And then just a picture of Renee.
Renee and her ginormous boobs.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of ginormous boobs, Jenny
from the
pic I
block.
sent you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She posted pictures says Oregon bound, so I'm going to at like midnight because that's how I do it with her. I'm gonna message her in the middle of the night and be like, "Where in Oregon?" Question mark thinky face.
Thinky face.
Yep.
I sent Jake a text. He probably forgot because it's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah.
Yep. Oh, so I got a message the other day on Snapchat. From old Stephanie.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and it was a memory thing, like from 4 years ago. Like we were at a bar together, and it was like one of the she's like I haven't talked to her in months.
Right.
And she just sends me this is like memory 4 years ago, and I just said, "Oh dang," and that's all I said back.
Oh dang.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like no, like why?
Have you looked at the messages I've sent you on Facebook? Because
Facebook? I haven't
Tuesday I sent you one also related with Stephanie.
Ah, there it is.
David Deaton kisses on the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like that video because it's like she pulls away and some people could be like, "Oh, what a creep." I'm like, you know how much stuff we've done after that video,
right?
That involved both of our mouths and other pieces. Like,
and then there was this.
Yep, I see that. I'll take bad ideas for 500, Alex.
Wait, when was that?
That's
yeah.
Oh, that sounds delicious right now.
If you don't know,
yeah,
that's what a bad idea looks like.
The student section brought a duck in. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's an emotional support duck.
Normally, my answer to those people are "you fucking loser," but in this context, I approve.
Right? So like the story goes, the guy bought a duckling, I think last year or the year before, from like the tractor store in Missouri or Mississippi, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And then transferred to the U of O. It's like, yep, this is my support animal.
Yep.
I had a medical emergency, and people are like chanting, "Show the duck, show the duck," and he held it up, and people were like, "Yeah!"
Meanwhile, that duck's emotions are fucking fried.
Right, the duck's like, "Oh, what's going on here?
What the fuck is going? What are all these people?
Why? I just want to be a duck."
Right.
You've been inducted.
Right. Usually, when people talk about their emotional support animal and stuff like, I'm like, "You weak piece of shit."
Right.
Is usually what my response is.
Yeah.
Because
most this people. Guy, he's like, no. I have a duck. Oh, and this chick is live on TikTok. Can you guess what her job is?
Oh, I bet I can tell. She's wearing way too many clothes for what she usually does.
Well, there's a lot of holes in them.
I still stand by my statement. Normally, there's less of them.
Yeah,
dude, I have been. So Facebook has blown up my phone every day for like the last 2 weeks. At least 5 times a day, I get a "Hey, here's a new friend" like suggestion.
Yeah.
And it's always chicks. It hasn't been a single dude. And immediately I look at it and I open up their first profile picture and I swipe. If I see a kid, I immediately go to ignore. I'm like, no. Like, I don't care if you're single and in my area.
Right.
I don't care if hot cougars in my area want to meet me now for sex.
Because they do.
They do. But I'm like, no. Get your kids out of here.
I got another voice chat ban on Call of Duty.
What does that put you up to?
Well, 2 for sure. This one's 2 weeks. But I'm like, I like it because I don't have to talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd like to talk shit to some people, but for the most part, it's nice because I'm talking to the people I'm playing with.
Yeah.
Do I need to talk to anyone else? No.
Mm-hmm.
It's always somebody else antagonizes me, and I'm just better at talking shit. And Call of Duty's like, whoa, you can't say hurtful words on the
Right.
murder game.
They should have like a verifiable age thing and be like, oh, this is a Call of Duty veteran.
They do. They need to add it in, like,
Right?
yeah,
Be like,
a
this guy
Call of Duty veteran. This guy was here during Modern Warfare 2. He can
original.
say anything he
Yeah,
wants.
he gets to say all the language he wants on this
All the
game. He's
words.
grandfathered in.
Speaking of grandfathered, hey, what's up, Jake?
Oh, hey.
It's only a matter of time. Oh, that's another. Who do you think's gonna be a grandpa first? Because all your kids are young.
Oh, me.
You think so? Who'll be
Out of-
a papa?
Ah, shit.
I mean,
Sooner?
Cole, obviously, because Cole has been a terrible dad. So, I mean, and he's got multiple daughters. The oldest one definitely has seen her mom be a hoe.
No.
And like Ryan and Darren's kids are fat, so they're out.
Yep. Ugh, too much Rockies. Put a little more lemonade in there.
I don't know. Nolan's a wild card.
Watch me somehow become the grandpa.
He's a fucking golden retriever, so he'll do something stupid and get somebody pregnant at like 16.
I like a lot of times I think about back on my life and I'm just like, how am I who, like, not who I am, but like I don't have any kids. I might have had a scare like maybe twice in my life, but like I don't use condoms
Ever.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't sleep with strangers, so that's the thing too. But I've used a condom like a handful of times.
Yeah, handful.
A handful, yeah.
That makes cleanup easier.
Okay, never mind.
Sometimes I like to jerk off into a condom. That way it's easier cleanup.
When you said Nolan is a wild card and he might get someone pregnant at 16, my first thought was, well, you can't be drunk all day if you don't start drinking in the morning. That was my analogy that came to my head.
Yeah.
So I just if you go back and watch the video, you'll probably see me like do a little smile when you said it because
Yeah.
like I was like
You're like, well, hey. Well, these people.
Hey. Oh man. So I wrote down some things. The Dame trade.
Yep.
I figured we would talk about that.
Uh,
Did you see the Dame divorce?
Yeah.
Like, gets traded to Milwaukee, files for divorce.
He's like, hey, I'm leaving all my baggage in Portland.
Yeah.
Starting over new. What's
Every
up,
one of my bags.
Hello, Wisconsin. Hanging out.
It took me a second. It took me until hanging out. Oh.
Hello, Wisconsin.
Down the street. Oh man.
Did you ever watch the 90s show where they?
Yeah.
I
actually
never
liked
watched that
it.
one. Was it good? Was it
not-
better
I
than
was not
the
disappointed.
80s show?
Oh yeah, the 80s show was terrible.
Yeah.
The 90s show was like it had a lot of good, references, and it was definitely more like the 70s, that 70s show.
Yeah.
That 80s show, like it tried too hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say it felt like it tried too hard.
And that 90s show knew its audience. It's like these guys liked that 70s show. Let's not change that formula.
Yeah.
And we'll even bring in the old people.
Except for that one dude.
I mean, except for Jailbird.
Yeah. Didn't they write into the script like he's in jail or something like that?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, kind of.
Because they knew
Yeah.
going in what was going on. I don't think that was, but I mean, I don't remember.
It would be kind of funny though.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Make us laugh.
Like I don't feel bad for him. So
Nope, still don't.
like,
Nope.
make all the jokes.
Yeah.
I guess your Church of Aliens and spaceships didn't save you there, bud.
Negative.
Nope. Happy Fuck the Huskies week.
Oh my god.
We get it for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So much hatred and anger flowing through me.
Hate. You got hate in your heart. Let it out.
I see anyone with a purple scarf, I kill him.
I mean, it's
Like-
such a weird rivalry because, like, I don't ever see Husky people. Ever. I've seen more Husky people at Duck games this year than I have the rest of the year.
I looked in the mirror earlier today and I saw one. I was like, "Ah, you fat bitch." Oh, that's a mirror. Fuck.
What?
What?
Wrong type of Husky.
Wrong
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
husky. No shit.
Yeah. I was like, hold up. That's not right.
Hold up.
Mhm.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
can we
Something
talk
right.
about Britney Spears actually being like super crazy again?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the knife dance, Britney?
She needs to cut her hair off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was up with the knife dance?
I don't.
Did you
If you
see
go
the
to-
Barbie remake version of it?
No, but I saw the
No, I
Michael
did not.
Myers remake version of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is he fighting? Is Austin Powers fighting her? 'Cause I think I saw a video like that.
I haven't seen
I
that
don't
one,
know.
but maybe we just look him up.
I don't know. Maybe it's a video you could make, Dave.
I'll fight her. I'll fight her right to her face.
I'll fight her and then I'll hold her down. Wait.
If you type in Brit, it comes up with Britney Spears knife fighting. Yo, here's one. Wait. Go back to the start. Here we go.
Oh yeah, I've seen the hibachi one.
Oh,
Hey Robin, did you get lost at all watching the Ahsoka finale
no,
at the end?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, he
I
kept
just-
extensive notes.
No.
There's a lot of Rebels and Clone Wars references.
hmm
Nothing that would slow the show down if you don't know them, but there's like the part where Balin's like standing there at the end,
hmm
like
Naked.
if you naked, no pants, just a lightsaber.
Just Donald Duck in it.
Donald ducking it, and he doesn't have a real lightsaber. It's the ring saber from Spaceballs,
Yes.
and he has to ignite it by holding it to his crotch.
Just straight shirt cocking it.
Shirt
Shirt cocking it.
No, I didn't. I mean, like, I didn't know what all that meant necessarily, but I mean, it's Star Wars stuff. They usually spell it out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah,
okay.
and you know the whole lead up to it is you know what he's trying to do, or you have an idea.
Sort of.
You don't know what he's trying to do, but you know that he's trying to do something.
He's trying
that
to
he's not
figure out.
telling anyone.
He's like something in the Force is like, hey, go this way,
Yeah.
and he's like, hey, I'm gonna go that way, and then he
Mhm.
goes that way.
And he's like,
And the
oh,
Force
you,
is like, good
you.
job.
He's like,
Yeah.
you want me to go that way? No, I'm going this way. You do your thing. I helped you for a second,
Right.
but that was just so I can get here.
Then he gets to these giant rocks, and the rocks are like, that way,
Mhm.
and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go that way.
No.
Exactly. Bow,
Wait,
bow,
you're
bow.
you're on that side of me, Jake.
Hey,
So
yo.
you're going opposite. Go like this, Jake.
On mine, you guys are stacked, so.
I am
Shit, fuck,
stacked,
stack.
baby.
Shit,
Boom.
fuck stack.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Speaking of
That Blazers jersey reminds me of winning time. They didn't talk about the Blazers much or at all. Like it,
Yeah,
it
well.
focuses a lot on the Lakers and Celtics, but yeah, that was a good show. Nice, dude. Those are sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Look at that brand fucking
Dave,
deal.
guess how much they cost?
What kind of store did you buy them at?
Nope, that's not a question you're allowed to ask.
No. How much do they cost? No. I'm going with 85
Cents?
dollars. Did you get them at a thrift store?
I'm gonna pop some.
$3.99.
tags. $6.29.
Yeah, they're
a steal.
So to speak.
How much did they have them for originally?
$34.99. Still a reasonably good deal.
I mean, were they donated to them?
They appear to have been.
And there you go. You guys just got $6 more than you were gonna get.
Yeah, for a second I was like, how does the return policy at Nike work again? And then it's like, oh wait,
I sent you a video on that, right?
Yeah, so I was like, I can just walk in. I was like, oh wait a minute, I have a different solution.
That is also, yeah. Did you know about that, Dave? The Nike return policy?
Nope.
You can take any pair of Nikes that you have to a Nike store, and they will give you the retail value or a new pair.
As long as it's still in their system.
That's not what the lady said. She said as long as they can find the shoe.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like the code. As long as it's still.
Yeah, as long as they can read the numbers from the shoe.
I've got a few of those.
Right? I have
that I don't wear anymore.
Just go in there and like, yes, I'll take my $7,000 back, please.
I can take in all of my shoes and then buy one pair of cool shoes.
Well, like that pair of green Jordans I always wear.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get worn out.
Yep.
Well, you know what else you can do is, you know, if when next year's Duck shoes come out, if you want something different, oh, this pair suddenly the eyelet ripped out. I have to get a new pair.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll straight give them to you.
Both pairs of those Griffies that I have, the Oregon ones, the soles, the glue on them has started to fuck up.
Yeah,
that was a problem with those back.
That was the problem with the Oregon Nikes I had. The glue came off the soles.
Yeah,
they fell apart pretty easily, which so did the fucking team.
I had no idea the Mariners weren't in baseball. I was like, what channel are they playing on?
Yeah.
After I asked myself that question, I asked the group that question.
And Bailey was all salty.
He was very salty.
Mm-hmm.
I was also salty.
He sends a picture of like somebody doing this, and I was like, hey, I'm over here.
I'm over here. Look at me.
I was also salty, but like I didn't get to that text message until like 40 minutes later. And so like I show up and like all of a sudden I'm like, hey, y'all, you see the Oregon uniforms? So
those should probably come out like tomorrow, I would think.
You see this right here?
Uh-huh.
Return.
Yeah.
Return and the guy's like, I want to return and refund. Boxes are tearing it. I want to return and a refund.
Okay.
Yeah. Like fucking douchebag.
Fucking nerd.
Fucking Funko nerds.
Not even a cool nerd.
Oh, this is what Britney Spears thought she was doing. She's like, I'm copying Shakira. First of all, you're not Shakira.
Yeah.
Second of all, you didn't do that.
Never, not once.
Like, she's doing some things. She didn't even
Shakira,
look crazy.
Shakira. Ooh, baby, when you cut like that.
What about emo? I didn't know that was an emo chick song.
God.
Oh yeah, every song's an emo chick song if you sing it right.
All right, Jake, this chick is on live on TikTok. What do you think her job is?
Bikini coffee barista.
Nope, even better.
Mm-hmm. She sells pictures of her bowl for 99 cents a month.
Just regular stripper then.
Well, she does. Yeah. Yes. She works at the Rippers.
So my buddy Adam came up yesterday for this concert that we'll talk about, and this morning I get a text from him. He's like, "Hey, you know, thanks for letting me stay." I want to read this exactly the way he said it because it was kind of funny. He's like, I got gas at the Shell station next to your place and went to get coffee at the Bikini Espresso place. Did not expect it to be staffed by an actual bikini-clad person. I was like, what'd you expect?
Yeah, what were you? He just thought it was the name. He's
It's
like,
like,
I thought it was the name.
It's like also very expensive for obvious reasons. I'm like, yeah, they're basically miniature strip clubs.
Yep. I'm still standing on the fact that I want to open up like a dude version where it's like guys dressed up as firefighters.
Banana
Dude, you'd
hammocks.
make a shit ton of money.
Right? All the moms. So all the moms that got to stop for their coffee in the morning. So much money. I'm like, clearly I'm not going to work there, but I know a hot dude when I see one, so I can hire him.
I gotta send a text.
That's how Dutch Bros got started.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get all the attractive people to aggressively sell you coffee.
Yeah, now it's all dudes.
It's all dudes or nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, welcome to Dutch Bros. No. Welcome to Die. How about that? How about that, X-Men? Magneto and shit.
Coffee has 2 E's.
Sure does.
No, my phone didn't let me put the second one in. I was like, hey.
It also does not have a V in it.
Off V?
Café.
Fifi.
Dave, have you watched that Gen V show yet?
No, not yet. That's definitely going on my list for this weekend when I'm
good.
taking breaks reading.
Your Dave list?
Yep. The old Dave list.
The good old Dave list.
Loki started today.
Sure did.
That's what I was gonna watch. I knew there was something at 6. God damn it. I got off Call of Duty at like 5:54. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go eat. And then I completely forgot because I was like, all right, next is podcast.
Next year, I guess you're gonna have to watch it at 9 instead.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna do. That is what I'm gonna do.
We're all gonna watch. We're gonna crash Google Plus. We're gonna be like, fuck, too much bandwidth.
Google?
Google?
Is it on the Google?
What did I say?
Michael Google? The singer?
What's it on?
Disney Plus.
What did I say?
Google Plus.
Google Plus.
Both ways.
Fly me to the moon, all right?
I want to talk to Samson.
Give me those fingers.
Oh man.
I love how all of those references went full circle in opposite directions.
Came around.
Yeah, that's right. I said
it's
it.
Like
full circle, opposite directions.
But not like a regular circle.
It's like doesn't work.
Oh, dude. So, when I was the other night when I was at that bar that you showed up to, Robin, there were some chicks there hanging out with us, and me being the jackass I am, we start talking, and someone's talking about, I mentioned you, and they're like, Aaron's like, penis fight, and in front of hot chicks that I've never met before, I was like, no, we don't penis fight. We use a Chinese finger trap, and we put our dicks in it. Then we can't leave each other's sides. And the girls were just looking at me. I was like, what? You've never seen a small dick fit into a little hole? And Aaron's like, do you ever plan on getting laid? I'm like, never, ever again.
Not once.
Not once.
You may remember Alex. He made a comment. He's like, hey, can you imagine if you had the game that you have now, like in your 20s? I'm like, no, that would be dangerous.
Not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not
like
fair.
I've got 15 years of treachery here. Like,
mm-hmm.
It's not fair. You can't I can't give 36-year-old Jake's knowledge to 26-year-old Jake because that's
one will be rich.
Right.
We would be rich. Two,
be Butch in Back to the Future.
Right. Well, and younger.
There we go. I was like,
Butch.
Butch's girlfriend.
What did I say?
Woof.
What I said. And younger me didn't understand ignoring.
Wait, that's not
usually works out great
either. Now you get the Home Alone one wrong. What is his name? No, the brother. Or cousin. Brother or cousin.
Are you sure it's not Butch?
It's his brother. I think it's Butch.
Not Butch. No.
I'm looking it up right now.
Fuck.
My dad said something to me when I was younger, and I didn't really realize it until I looked back and I realized he's absolutely right. He's like, when you look back in your life and you see all the sex you voluntarily did not have, you will be amazed.
That's fair.
And I was
Buzz.
like,
Buzz, there it
Buzz.
is. Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Woof. Yep.
Which is a kid from Little Giants.
Mm-hmm. It's also Cassidy's friend.
It's true.
I mean, Sundance's friend.
Ah, you got me.
Got me.
Son of a bitch.
You knew what I meant, though.
What did I say?
God damn it. He said, God damn it.
Gosh darn it.
Shit.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Dave, what are you drinking? Fucking Asia juice?
Asian
Lemonade.
juice.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh.
I got the plum wine.
Oh, plum wine.
Oh, did you see the TikTok I sent you guys? I think I sent to both of you.
Oh, the one in the plum wine one?
No, but it reminded me of that. Maybe I didn't send it. Oh no, I sent it.
Oh, is it 8:45?
Yeah. There's a guy in the crowd with a shirt that says "I eat ass." He goes, "All right, what nationality are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm Filipino." And I was like, "Oh my God, is that Dave?"
What was
And
that?
they showed him. It was.
When did I go to a Matt Rife show?
Oh, it was so good. Like, wait, hold on. These
Have you
stars are aligning.
Have you seen that interview? I can't remember what comedians it is, but they're talking about Matt Rife, and they're talking about how unfair it is.
It's Two Bears.
Is it Two Bears? Yeah.
How unfair what is?
Matt Rife being as funny as he is.
Funny
they're like,
and good looking.
Yeah, they're like, do you see how good looking and jacked this kid is? Like, and he's funny? This is unfair. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
and I can't remember which one he's like, I got funny because I was not attractive.
Right.
And it worked out for me.
You go look at his pictures when he was like 5-10 years younger. He earned every bit of it, I think.
Oh, Matt Rife.
Bit of a dork.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I got a story about that here in just a minute. All right, man.
These people.
Are you ready for a good ass show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I am. Tom Segura.
All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And you might have heard him. It's okay because he's Asian Dave today. It's Dave.
Oh, thank you very good. All right, it's Robin.
God damn it, this guy.
Gosh darn it.
Shit.
Shoot.
Hi.
That's how he just like reached out and handed you a handful of dog crap. That's what that was.
It's not the first time he's done that intro because that's what Dave does. And unlike Dave, I'm gonna bring it back around to the other guy, the hoop snake known as Jay.
Hey, it's me. One take.
Like a circle.
But not like a regular circle. Like a freaky circle. But yeah, we're here. We got plenty to talk about here. Boy. Boy.
Hey, why are we recording on Thursday?
Well, I went to a concert last night on Wednesday. As we're recording now, traveling through time.
I love it when the Wiggles come to town.
What's that?
Did we post last week's?
Yeah.
Okay. Today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a couple minutes ago.
Sorry. Anyway.
No, it was a couple hours ago before I fell asleep on the couch.
It is 3 hours ago.
Yeah. Like I said, before I fell asleep on the couch.
Hey, that was today. All day.
All day.
Anyway, yeah, I went to go see Deathklok for the second time. Deathklok is a fictional band that the TV show Metalocalypse is based on, and that Brendan Small, the voice of most of the characters and the guitarist behind most of the music, and his cadre of musicians showed up to play, and they were really, really good. And second time I've seen them, What was different this time though is I actually got to watch the music videos up on the screen, because the first time I went, like I was busy in the pit, and like I had to watch my ass. I didn't have time to watch
Right.
anything else. And so, but
Doing
this time,
work.
I got to sit back and I got to watch everything, and it was really cool. Um, then Baby Metal came out.
What's that?
What? I didn't know
Yeah,
Baby Metal was with them.
yeah,
I probably wouldn't have driven up there for that, but
yeah.
because it was the middle of the week. But if it was a weekend show, I'd probably drive up to see Baby Metal.
Really? Is that
I
your
like
shit?
it's one of those like weird doesn't real like because I clearly don't understand what they're saying, and I don't like anime. So me enjoying their music is like one of those weird like I don't get why I like it, but I dig them.
Is it your Asian side?
It's probably
Probably
his Asian
it's
side.
probably very much that.
It's essentially, when my review of Baby Metal, and put the pitchforks down, people, is that it's K-pop with guitars.
Oh yeah, but I will like
Okay.
the music behind the singers is hard, and it's driving. Like I dig it. Like the metal part of me loves it. And then they start singing, and I don't know what they're saying, and they sound like anime girls.
Yeah, they're super kawaii and
Hmm.
yeah. Like, are you familiar, Robin, with Japanese idols? What a Japanese idol is?
Mm-hmm.
So that's essentially like you have three idols up there singing, and meanwhile you've got five musicians behind them in the dark playing metal music.
Hmm.
Okay. All
So,
right.
Like
and like,
yeah, I
I
dig it.
watched their first couple songs. I heard their "Give Me Chocolate" song, which is fine, but
Yeah, Gimme Chocolate's not really one of my, not the one that I put on.
I
Like
mean, I'd go for
Kitsune,
some chocolate.
I don't know why we're
Karate.
not having chocolate right now. Yeah, I only stayed for a couple songs of Baby Metal
Hmm.
because I was like, this isn't really
Yeah, it's
my
not your.
cup. This isn't my cup of green tea, and
Mhm.
so
He was not sinking you very good at all.
yeah, I decided to California roll on.
Hmm.
Ninja dust.
Ninja Spanish. But yeah, so I was at the WAMU Theater, kind of an average venue. It really reminded me of being at the Lane County Fairgrounds. Like,
When you sent the video, I was like, is he at the Lane County Fairgrounds? So yeah, I get that. I get that.
yeah, no, the other reason you could tell it wasn't the Lane County Fairgrounds because there weren't orange pipes in the ceiling.
Right. I couldn't see the ceiling though, but it just gave that vibe.
No, it's exactly the vibe I got when I walked in there. I mean, the acoustics were good. They fuzzed out the speakers at one point though, because they were going after it.
Rocking it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. There's this one dude who like opened, and his name was Jason Richardson. I was like, hey, didn't he play for the Warriors? But like no one around me got it. Well, Adam, my friend, got it. But he got up there, and he reminded me of Dewey Finn from School of Rock. Like every one of his songs was like an 8-minute solo.
Nice.
And so you can just imagine like this dude like being in a band and then being like, dude, like you need to play a little rhythm, you need to like bring it back occasionally. He's like, no, more solo. And so like to the point that he's up there with a laptop and just himself, and he didn't exactly have like, he seemed like a nice enough guy, like he talked in the microphone, but he didn't exactly have a commanding stage presence. So it's like I had to listen to this guy play his microphone at ear bleed volumes for like an hour, and I'm like, this is giving me tinnitus. And it did. It sure did.
So you blow a fucking horn?
Yeah, blow a fucking
Sorry,
horn.
a jackass line.
But yeah, it was all in all a really fun show. I had a good time. I'm glad I got to see Baby Metal so I can have an informed opinion. And just see it as a spectacle. I am a fan of spectacle one way or another.
I want to say I've played some Baby Metal in my Jeep when you were riding with me at one point, Robin.
Probably.
I probably have, but a lot of times we have the music down when I'm driving because we're talking.
Because we end up talking and bullshit.
We end up talking, and my I don't hear so good out of my ears.
All the mirrors are driving them Jeeps.
Yeah.
Or being around
explosions.
Those 3M earplugs.
the old 3M earplugs that
What did I say? I was talking about something the other day. I was like, I think I was at work. I was like, yeah, so. I'm like, is it going this way, or are we taking kind of the military grade approach on this? And the other guy's like, yeah, the military grade approach.
He knew.
Yeah, he knew. Well, and that's like one of those things where, like, whenever some company sells something that calls it military grade, military people are just like,
actually,
no, I'm not
like,
buying.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, it's like top tier like gun manufacturers don't slap military grade in front of their AR builds,
right?
Because it's usually veterans building it, and they know exactly what that means.
They want it better than military grade because they want it to work.
All the guns I have are better than what I used while I was in.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what I used to have a Smith 645, and that thing was like tricked out and tuned up, and if you didn't hit your target, it wasn't the gun. It was one of those things, and it's just like it was one of those guns that a veteran had who made it look. It was a sleeper gun, basically. It looked like a regular 45 caliber pistol, but everything about it, like you could basically, if you put a scope on top of it, you could take it and basically competition shoot with it. Because it was the trigger was quick enough and everything. Like, it was a competition pistol.
No. Well, I'm sure I've told this story before when I was working at the mill and some guy found out that I was a gun guy in the Navy. So he started asking me all these questions about what I've got on mine. And I was like, I don't, and he had
little bumps.
Yeah, I was like, the things to shoot with. But he was talking about all the stuff he put on it. And I'm like, that doesn't make you a better shooter. You have all this stuff on here that I'm sure you don't know how to actually use in what scenarios that they need to be used in.
I got an ACOG, though.
Yeah, right.
Like most people with modern cars, they don't know what all that shit does.
They're just happy the Bluetooth works.
Are the Redskins about to lose to the Bears? Or whatever the fucking Redskins want to be called this week.
It's because the Bears are super fired up because they're like, this is for Butkus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Dick Butkus died.
Dick Butkus, the name that made a man grow up tough. Guarantee it. You don't get named.
Is his name actually Richard though? It still works either way.
Well, it's not anymore.
I always wonder that about some people, right? Because they, like my little brother, his name's Billy. And
just straight up Billy?
Just Billy. So like growing up, teachers sometimes would try to call him William when he was in trouble.
That's not my name, dog.
And he would just not listen because then he'd be like, that's not my name.
Right.
Like, I called your name like 5 times. He's like, no, you were calling for a kid named William.
My name is Billy. Oh,
Billy.
Oh, Billy. I think his name was actually Dick Butkus.
Okay.
Like Dickard.
You got a Dicker. You definitely got a Dicker.
Yeah, and now Dicker's down.
Dicker, I hardly knew her.
Oh, did you see that video? I can't remember who it was. I think it was Philadelphia. But it was a baseball clip. And they were playing, they're interviewing somebody in the locker room after they won, and they're like doing champagne or something in there. And it was like yesterday, maybe. And they're playing Dick Down in Dallas in the background, and it's live on the air. And
That's
Dick
amazing.
Down in Dallas. I was
funny.
like, are they? Oh shit!
Like, I recognize that song.
Yeah.
Nobody else does.
That reminds me of the old the old Tim Lincecum interview after they won the divisional series, or it was the divisional championship. I can't remember. Might have been the World Series. I don't know. But they're spraying, and Tim Lincecum was a pitcher for the San Francisco Giants, and they're spraying champagne around, and he takes his goggles off to do the interview and gets sprayed in the eye with champagne, and he goes, "Oh, now I know how chicks feel." Like on air, live, pre-interview. Like, I was just like,
oh my god.
Oh, Timmy Lincecum.
That's awesome.
Lincecum. So I promised a story right before we came on the air. We were talking about, like he earned it and all the stuff. Like, well, he became funny because he was ugly. We were talking about that, And I was in a bar one time with it was a group of us. There was some boys, some girls. Where it was a video game bar, and so we're hanging out, and these dumb hoes,
Mhm.
they decided they wanted to play Street Fighter. There are very few games I take seriously.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2 happens to be one of them. And so this guy Mark and I were playing, and we just absolutely wipe the floor with the girls. We're just like, both of us are just kicking their ass just regularly. And like, all right, we're gonna go get a drink. And so Mark and I are sitting there playing each other, and he's like, I don't know what they're mad about. Fucking video games, dude. And I'm like, yeah, man, like they didn't want to talk to me in high school, so I played Street Fighter. Now they want to play Street Fighter, and they're mad that I'm good. And he's like,
That makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, that's fair. Now that place is John Henry's.
Oh,
I'm sure
how
there's
the
more cocaine.
turntables.
Turn. Actually, I should get the newest Street Fighter. That'd be fun. I haven't played a Street Fighter in a long time.
Have you played any of the newer Mortal Kombats?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah.
I never play them, but whenever they come out, I immediately YouTube like all of
The fatalities.
because I just want to see how cool they are. But I don't want to play the game. Just show me what happens when you do something cool.
Yeah, cool.
That's one thing that I like that Call of Duty stole. Like the finishing moves, they're basically fatalities.
Yeah.
Without being super gory. Sometimes they are, but like,
yeah.
I don't know.
And you see, what you're touching on there is like why I enjoy playing Injustice is because it's the same basic engine as Mortal Kombat. It has the same fight style, but first of all, it's superheroes, which I'm more interested in.
Yep.
And secondly, it like the fatalities aren't totally just gore for the sake of gore, like I get it, like I like campy gore as much as anybody, but like there comes a point where it really is gratuitous, and it's just like all right, I get it.
It's like an Eli Roth movie on a Monday morning.
Well, did you ever play
Eli Roth movie on a Monday morning?
That's
is the name of the episode.
Yeah, that's a good one. Did you ever play Blitz the League?
Yes.
So
loved that game.
You guys will remember that whenever you injured somebody, you would go to like an X-ray view inside their body of the injury happening. And man, I swear, there's only so many times you can watch an ankle that ankle explode.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I can't play this anymore right now. And it's always like one that gets you is like the collarbone bursting out of the muscle, and you're like, okay. I've been playing this game for 2 hours and watching bodies erupt. I need to do something else.
Actually, that reminds me. I did start Generation V. I don't know if you have yet, Jake.
Nope.
He hasn't watched The Boys. He needs to.
Okay,
so Robin, I don't care for The Boys.
You don't? See, that's probably that explains it.
Yeah, that would you probably won't watch.
Well, the last thing where he was like, things are too gratuitous.
Oh yeah,
The Boys is gratuitous for the sake of being gratuitous.
Honestly, I watched the first 5 minutes of The Boys and I was like, I'm not gonna like this show.
Okay, so I started watching V, and the opening scene is this girl gets her period, and she's sitting on it, and the blood floats up, and then her mom busts in, and it turns into a knife and slices the mom's throat, and I was just like, I'm not in the mood for this. Like, I enjoy The Boys.
It's the
opening scene of the entire series. And I was like, I don't want to watch this. I'm eating food, which usually doesn't bother me. But I'm just like, so this conversation of grotesque stuff, I'm like, I'll watch this later. I'm just not feeling it right now.
When that started, like, I was like, oh, that's right. This is a boy. It's The Boys.
Yeah, it has to.
Because, like, as soon as the blood, like, she does, like, checks her fingers, she's like, oh, God. And then, like, her mom's like, what's going on in there? She's like, don't come in. And her mom, like, I'm coming in, busts down the door. And she's like, no. And, like, points at her, like, no. And it throws the blood like a dart, slices her fucking carotid. And then her dad comes in. He's like, what happened? And she's like, I don't know. She just screams and fucking shatters the blood everywhere, kills him, too. And she's like, the fuck is going on? And then the sister comes in and is like,
What's up, old knife blood?
Yeah, this is not cool.
Yeah. So speaking of grotesque things when you're not ready for them, because that's one of those things I just wasn't ready for it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood right now.
Yeah, I definitely had forgotten how much it was.
Yeah,
they
it's
just
the boys.
do shit to do shit. Seems like there's one character that his superpower is he has a dick that stretches, and it's very much like an elephant trunk, and it like goes and like does things. It makes an appearance in Gen V. I saw it. I was like, oh, there's the dick.
What about the gay shrinking man?
Yeah, he did. Or no, did he die or did he kill the other guy?
He killed the other guy.
That's right. In the boys, there was a dude who shrinks, and he gets really small, and he goes into his boyfriend's dick hole, and they'd been doing coke, and he fucking sneezed, and his sneeze made him expand, and it blew up and killed the dude he was in.
So they went after the Ant-Man and Thanos move.
Yeah. But it was before, like, it was in the comics way back. Either way, they probably stole the idea from Ant-Man. They definitely do a lot of borrowing from other superheroes.
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing is be a campy, grotesque version of wholesome. Like Captain America is actually a misogynist, racist piece of shit in The Boys. But he's not Captain America. He's Jensen
Homelander.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
And he carries a shield.
Soldier Boy up in his house.
Yeah.
And Aquaman has sex with the fish.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you if you could?
I don't know. I don't know if I would. No. That's not.
If you could talk to fish, let's say you're also part fish because you're underwater. No, you misunderstand me. I'm saying if you were a fish, would you bang another fish?
Okay, so in my head, I'm thinking
erotica.
In my head, I'm thinking, well, I'm part Asian, and sometimes I can talk to Asians.
Oh my god. This has been my show.
These people...
I didn't know we could be canceled, but hey, here we are.
Speaking of Dorm Daddy Dave right now on the YouTubes, currently at 44 views. I don't know what happened.
Wait, this is Dorm Daddy Dave's YouTube?
No, there's an episode that was the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's up to like 44 views. Like we usually get like 15, 20. That one's like hell yeah. Everyone loves Dorm Daddy Dave.
They're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Featuring
Doja Cat. Sweet.
Oh, we got to see this.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was, because I think it came out the week her album came out, and people were searching for Doja Cat.
It was.
That is awesome.
It worked.
Finally.
Yeah. Thanks, DC. I love you. Call me.
That's awesome. Call me.
Maybe.
Hey,
no, call me definitely.
This is crazy.
That's one of those. That's one of those I don't even have to ask. I'll just come back and tell about it later.
On the list.
It's on the list. Definitely on the list. Might be the list at this point.
That's possible too.
I mean, everyone else is.
What?
I was gonna say everyone else is getting older. Doja Cat stays the same age.
All right. No, I was gonna say. Speaking of lists, did you see our schedule for football for next year came out?
Yeah.
Ohio State coming to Autzen.
Yeah, you can't cancel this one, bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, it is gonna be so loud. If you thought it was loud for Colorado, oh my God, there's so much pent up anger and aggression towards Ohio State. Plus, they're probably going to be mad, at least Day is, that they lost at home
to us.
Yep.
Man. So we'll have, unless Bo Nix finds a 18th year of eligibility, we'll have Ty Thompson or somebody else. Could be somebody else.
It could be Novosad.
We could get another transfer.
We could, and see, that would be really interesting.
Yeah. because now that this whole transfer portal and the NIL, like I feel like Oregon is a big hot spot.
Well, you saw.
I just need to beat Washington.
Right. We need that one.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting tired
Both
of
times.
hearing about Penix Jr.
All of them. Yeah, I'm tired of that too. But I was gonna
Need to
say,
beat 'em both times.
did you guys see where Caleb Williams said he may not come out in the draft because he's gonna make more money through NIL anyway?
Mm-hmm.
And he can decide who he wants to play
He
for.
can decide who he wants to play for. Like when he said that, I was like, holy shit, it's gotten to that already.
He doesn't change the game.
Mm-hmm. Game.
So is he
changed.
talking about? Because is this his senior year?
No, this is junior.
No, he's only
Junior?
yeah.
Okay. So what you're talking about? Come back next year, play again, and not declaring for the draft and signing as an undrafted free agent.
No,
is that what you're talking about?
No, like playing another year and then getting drafted the year after.
Oh, okay.
So skipping, like say he's gonna go to the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go to the Bears.
Want to go to the Bears. God damn it. He doesn't, and he doesn't want to go there. So he's like, all right, I'll just stay in.
Like you can't have me. I'm not.
Is
going
it
to
jockeying that's going to happen? So imagine that happens because Shedeur Sanders, Dion said he doesn't want to go and be number 2. So sorry. If Caleb Williams says he's not entering the draft, does Shedeur Sanders go?
No, because I think still Drake May would become the number 1 quarterback taken off the board overall.
That's true. There's a lot of good quarterbacks in college football right now.
There's a lot of good quarterbacks.
There haven't been this many good quarterbacks I don't remember.
The fact that Bo Nix is legitimately like the 5th best quarterback coming off the board, like it says something.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of
he's made a lot of improvements since he came to Oregon because he's already topped all of his passing stats that he had when he was at Auburn.
Well, also he was at Auburn.
Right.
Yeah.
Like now you're surrounded with a top team in a conference that can have some soft opponents.
I mean, he'd been going up against SEC defenses for 3 seasons. It's not he's not going to see anything he hasn't seen.
Right.
In the Pac-12.
Yeah.
But
I'm really curious now if there's a rule that says, say you're like the number 1 pick.
You're the number 1 pick.
You're the, but you're projected to be the number 1 pick, right? And you know that so and so is going to draft. The Browns are going to draft you, and you don't want to get drafted by the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, as a college football player, decide not to go into the draft and then just sign with whatever team you want as a undrafted free agent?
No.
You will still be drafted if you don't have any NCAA eligibility, but you can go play in like the XFL or the CFL or
but
the
they
Euro
still have your
football.
draft rights.
They still, they still retain your draft rights, and you can. So like, if you wanted to, if the Browns were going to be the team with the number 1 pick and you didn't want to go to Cleveland, you could go do like a CFL thing, like Warren Moon did that, right? And then.
You could just do what Eli Manning did, which was like, I'm not going to play for you.
I'm not playing.
If you draft me, I'm not going to play for you. So don't waste your time. I'm not going to sign the contract. I'm not going to play for you. Do not draft me. And they drafted him, and he's like, I don't know why you fucking drafted me. You better trade me. I'm not going to play for you. And so they traded him.
And they got Phillip Rivers.
Yep. And both teams were reasonably happy.
Did all right for both of them. Yeah. Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning both made it into the Hall of Fame. So
about as good as you can get for a Chargers quarterback that's not named Justin Herbert or Dan Fouts.
Yeah. If you didn't go to Oregon and you're a Chargers quarterback, you suck.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
My name's Ricky Bobby. If you don't like Big Red, then fuck you.
Yeah.
Did you see there was a NASCAR driver who went out and did the whole me thing?
It was so good. Was it Kurt Busch?
I think it was Kurt Busch. That sounds right.
It was so good. He did the whole Ricky Bobby thing.
Oh, with the cougar. Yeah.
Yeah.
He painted the car like that.
He had a stuffed cougar in the car.
He didn't have a sponsor, and he answered questions as if he were Ricky Bobby.
Kurt Busch did that?
Pretty sure. Yeah, just look up Ricky Bobby NASCAR, and you'll find
I didn't know Kurt Busch was still Yeah, I didn't realize Kurt Busch was still driving.
Well, it's not like it's the NFL.
Well, it's been a long time since I've watched, and most of the NASCAR drivers that I grew up watching are gone.
Right. Yeah, old Dale Earnhardt Jr., man. I remember when he was alive.
No, he's still alive. It's his dad that's dead.
Oh wait, what did I say?
Junior.
Oh yeah.
Like he's doing the thing with the hands. I don't know what to do with my hands.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's like, that's commitment.
Dig it.
Yeah, and then like in the car they were making quotes or doing quotes
Slingshot
on the radio. Yeah, it was so good. And then Chase Briscoe dressed up as Cal Naughton Jr. and he did the whole Magic Man thing.
That's awesome.
I appreciate when a joke of a competition can embrace a movie like that.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Turn left, praise Dale.
I enjoy in sports when grown men that are getting paid millions of dollars realize that they're grown men getting paid millions of dollars to play a game, so they have fun with it.
Right?
Yeah, and stop taking themselves so fucking seriously.
Big fan. Like Jimmy Butler. You saw Jimmy Butler's fucking haircut for media day?
Yeah.
Dude, the conversation
Jimmy fucking Butler, thank you.
The conversation he has with Bam Adebayo is so beautiful.
It's so good.
It's like, no man, this is too much. The lip ring is too much. He's like, well, this is my Halloween. And Bam Adebayo same time, you see the look of acceptance on his face, like, yeah, okay, all right. It's so good.
It was so funny. And Bam's all the memes that came out.
What's going on?
Like tonight will be the night that I will ball for you. There's a bunch of them, but they're pretty good.
It's so funny. Oh my god, that was posted by the NBA. Like even the NBA is like, all right.
That's pretty funny.
I dig it.
Yeah. Well, the NBA is, I mean, as far as player engagement and player empowerment and all that, is a pretty progressive league.
It really is.
It's like the NBA is the most progressive league, followed by like kind of the NFL by default, and then you've got
say the NHL if anything.
Actually that's probably more fair. NHL and then the NFL, then baseball.
I was gonna say whatever it is, baseball's last.
Yeah, baseball's last.
They're you can't throw your bat.
Baseball is still recovering from the tremors that was letting black people play. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
They're like, wait, everyone's got to wear 42 this game? Shit!
How will we ever be able to tell the difference in people?
Yeah.
They're like, cool, the numbers don't matter.
Yeah.
They're all made up.
I mean, that's what we all realized when we were playing softball, right? Like, you don't have to have a number. You have to have a shirt that matches. Just sit in that dugout. We'll know who you play for.
It's very clearly who is on what team.
It's not like there's a turnover and you're trying to run the ball back or a steal and you're trying to dunk it on the other end. It's just the innings.
I'm not on first base trying to throw out my first baseman who's actually playing the position.
Right.
Can you imagine though if like you caught a line drive at third base and then you had to like race the guy, like you had to race to home plate before he got to first, and if you did that, you got to run.
That sounds cool.
Talking about basketballs here?
No, I'm talking about baseball, where it's like you add some sort of transition game. Like you catch a line drive and you can get to the plate before he gets to first, you get a run.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Defensive scoring.
I like that rule. That would make me watch baseball.
Yeah, because then all of a sudden guys are hustling up the first base line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you could score at any time, that would make baseball so much better.
And you're also running the risk that if you don't get home before he gets to first, he's on base.
Right. I like it. You should at least tell the fucking Savannah Bananas. Their baseball is awesome.
That sounds like a banana ball rule.
Banana ball would do.
They would fucking like. I love the fact that if the fans catch the ball, you're out. I'm like, wait, now I gotta catch it. Like there's pressure on me to not drop it.
Pay attention to the game.
Have you seen the guys playing tennis baseball?
I love that. The tennis
Dude,
baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the baseball?
Yeah, with the
with
bats.
the baseball, yeah, with the
Yes.
bats.
That was so cool.
That would be so hard.
It
Yeah.
would.
And they're using real bats. They're not using like
Mm-mm.
the what's it called?
Fungos.
The fungos
Yeah.
meant for just smacking ground balls and shit. They're using
No, they're using
full
actual
on
bats.
bats. Yeah.
That was cool. I was a
Mhm.
big fan.
Ding.
1 hour.
So something I was surprisingly not a big fan of. I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. Oh no, ain't no big thing. But I know what I like, and generally it's wrestling. I went to AEW Wrestle Dream on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Sunday.
Oh yeah, going to Sunday, going to the stars. Yeah, like you ever go do something, and I mean I know I'm depressed, so that's part of it too. But you ever go to do something that you know you're looking forward to doing, and like no matter how like much energy you put towards enjoying being there, like you just don't enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I've had duck games like that.
I was just about to say I've had duck games like where I did not want to be there.
I didn't want to
But-
not be there though.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
The alternative to being there is worse than being there, but you don't
Mhm.
really want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. And so I'm watching the show, and I got there when the doors open, and I got upgraded to the club level, which was a blessing and a
Nice.
curse, because while it was cool to be in the club level, I was surrounded by a bunch of sweaty, stinky nerds.
They haven't
Like-
figured out what deodorant is yet.
Yeah, and I apparently made the cardinal sin of sitting in section 14 when my ticket says 15, and this guy and his fat mom show up, and he's like, "See, this is everyone's. It's all fucked up. This is the wrong section." I'm like, "Bro, I've been sitting here for an hour, dude. Like, I'm almost done eating. Like, it's not my fault that it took you. Like, the show is starting. Where have you been?" And so, like, I eventually found my seat, but it's like people acted as though I was taking his wrestling from him.
Right.
Like no, we're
How
all gonna
dare
see the
you.
show, guy. But
Yeah.
I saw MJF. That was cool.
That was
So
cool.
I saw Darby and Swerve, which I'd seen them perform before, but it's still cool to see them on a big stage. But yeah, like as I'm watching the show from like the show 0 hours started at 4 and it went till about like 9, I want to say. Yeah, that sounds about
That's
right.
a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, it is. And like at first it's good, but then like someone who's watched as much wrestling as I have or you have,
Mhm.
you'll notice things like how often they go to the yay boo spot. And it's like every match.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, here it comes again. And it like takes you out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there were a couple spots that were cool, but I'm like, I halfway through, I'm like reading the card to be like, okay, what's left? What is still to see? Bryan Danielson's match was pretty cool with Zack Sabre Jr. They did a lot of really interesting mat wrestling, which if you're into that,
Okay.
that's fun to
Yeah.
watch. And then there was a match at the end, Darby Allin versus Christian, now going by Christian Cage, and like Christian starts ripping up the mat off the ring, and he's about to kill this kid, and then all of a sudden you hear, and like this beat down is happening. The match is over. It's the best 2 out of 3 falls match, and I'm like, all right, this is over. I'm gonna leave. I don't need to see this 2-minute beat down. And I'm walking out, and I'm thinking like, beat down is lasting longer than it should. Something's happening.
Mm-hmm.
My wrestling sense is going
Your
crazy.
spider sense is going crazy.
Like,
Your
so
Peter
I like
tingle.
Your Peter
Yeah.
tinkle.
I walk back in, and I'm like, I'm basically right at where what would be the Titantron. I don't know what they call it in AEW, but I can
the
see
Tittytron.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Tittytron.
Tittytron.
I can see people coming out from behind the curtain before they get to the curtain almost. And I see a guy walking. I'm like, oh shit, there he is. Kill the lights, 30-second video.
Oh my God, it's gotta be Kane.
No, different.
You think you
better.
know me?
You think you know me?
Yeah.
Fucking Edge, dude. Edge comes out.
I got goosebumps.
The place fucking blows. It was awesome. He comes down, he hits a spear on everybody, and yeah, man.
That's cool.
Metalingus on the way out. And like, one of those things that's kind of cool is like you're leaving and people are driving by in their car and they're listening to Metalingus by Alter Bridge, and you're like, yeah, cool.
That is cool.
So yeah, like I got to see Edge, which is one of those things, like realizing that in the span of an afternoon, like if I told 15-year-old Jake, like, hey, one day you're gonna go to a wrestling event and it's gonna have Edge, Christian, Chris Jericho, and Sting, and you're gonna be bored.
So,
and you're gonna be bored.
And you're gonna be bored.
And you'll be like, oh, is it on WCW?
You're like, kind of. Same channel, different bullshit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Eric Bischoff.
That should be a shirt you wear to the next AEW thing you go to. Same channel, different bullshit. That's awesome. I like it.
Like I never regret going to see wrestling because it's a fun experience. But
yeah, we used to go to house shows a lot, and that was
house shows are different. House shows are way different.
Yeah, like but like you made me think about the time I saw Tony Atlas in Roseburg. Yeah, and he was still like, he was old but like jacked, and I was like, okay, so he can't move, he's huge, and everybody else sucks.
Big Dave.
Cool. Oh, Big Dave was there, 100%. But yeah, I remember that, like we would go to those things, and because my dad, he loves wrestling, and he would be like, "Yo, let's go." Like there was one time we were in San Francisco because my mom's friend lived down there, and we were just going to visit. And I'm, looking. I had to have gotten on a computer at some point because this was pre-cell phone that showed me the internet. I saw that there was a WWE or WWF house show at the Cow Palace. I didn't know what the Cow Palace was. Yes. And so I got to see the Undertaker and
at the Cow Palace.
Yes.
Oh, that's
dude, it
awesome.
Was super cool. Like that was where I got my Kane mask. I had the Kane mask.
Oh, dude, that is so rad. That's such a cool story.
It was a fun time.
I'm envious of that story.
I still have the card somewhere. It was fun.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Like, especially because
I didn't know what the Cow Palace was at the time, and I had to learn about it later. And I was like, "Oh shit, I saw something pretty fucking cool."
You're like, "I was there. I've been there."
Yeah, I mean, just my reaction to the phrase Cow Palace,
right?
It will tell anybody who's not initiated that's it's like the Madison Square Garden of wrestling on the West Coast.
Yeah, it was
because Madison Square Garden is a Madison Square Garden of wrestling.
Yeah.
Of the East Coast.
Of the East Coast.
Of the East Coast.
That's why I had to add.
If that weren't such a long title, that would be the name of the episode.
Madison Square Garden is the Madison Square Garden of
the
wrestling on the
East Coast. Yes.
That needs to go into the liner notes for this episode.
Yeah, I'll write it down and then I'll put it in there.
But yeah, it's I think too, part of it is like I'm kind of annoyed at AEW lately because they're just not very good recently.
It hasn't been. I tried to watch, and I can't watch WWE either.
Mm-hmm.
But
WWE is so slow and boring.
They lost me when they started putting commercials on during the matches. That was when they lost it for me. WCW started that shit, and I stopped watching them. And then WWE started it after they bought WCW, and I was like, I'm not into that. That's
but you see, there's a way to go about it, even like because I mean they've always been doing that since the days of TV wrestling back in the 70s.
Right.
But the way you go about it is instead of just being like, oh, this guy hit this guy over the head and now he's down, we'll be back after this. You got to have something to the effect of like, oh my God, Robin Miller has Dave Deaton in a headlock, and Dave's really hurt his neck early. We don't know if he'll be there, but we've got to pay some bills. We'll be right back as soon as we can. And then as soon as he comes back, he's like, Dave Deaton's been trying to fight his way back. We're starting to see a little bit here. We're back live as we go to sit down to the break. Like, you can do
there
that.
There are better ways. I agree.
I
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I like my girl BBW.
I agree.
Oh shit!
Buy some lunch and then eat some lunch with you.
There you go. Oh man! So should we talk about the Portland trade?
There's a lot of nudity in that video. Well, not nudity. There's a lot of sexiness.
There's some things. Portland though.
God damn these electric sex
So
pants.
what did Portland get?
Everything.
I never actually looked it up.
Like
we took everything from them.
We got like 8 picks and DeAndre Ayton.
I did see the DeAndre Ayton thing, and I was like, wait, did he come over from Milwaukee? And I was like, all right, like I like me some DeAndre Ayton.
He's a dunker. Like that's what he does.
Yeah. And
we got rid of Nurk.
Right? I was like, we just got a big man that's a big man
who plays basketball
that can do big man things on a basketball court.
It's one of the things that
we've talked about we were missing.
Yeah, I've been saying this for years, is if Nurk didn't miss 7 or 8 layups around the hoop every fucking game, then Dame Lillard wouldn't have had to have gone nuclear every single fucking game and feel like he was alone in the crowd, because his fucking $8 million Bosnian center can't lay it in, or God forbid, get off the fucking floor and pack
just
that
dunk
shit.
It. God damn.
And yeah, Ayton may not like playing center, but I think he'll enjoy playing with this team and fucking dunking the basketball.
It's gonna be a fun team to watch.
If there's one thing I've learned in sports, is that there's nothing more fun than dunking a basketball.
It's a lot of fun.
Like, I've hit home runs. I don't know. I've thrown touchdowns. I've done several sports related feats. I've never dunked on a 10-foot hoop, but there's nothing more fun than the act of dunking a basketball.
I've never been a fan of dunking because I don't like another man putting his hands on my waist and lifting me up. So I'll take my defensive scoring a touchdown.
See, I was wondering where that
defensively scoring a touchdown is pretty fun too.
Mm-hmm. That was always my favorite thing to do in sports.
I only ever did that in like pickup sports.
How many touchdowns did you ever score, Dave? Do you remember?
I had 3 defensive touchdowns.
I had 1.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And those are over my junior and senior year, because sophomore year I didn't really do a whole lot because I've always been smaller at that position, but I was sophomore year I hadn't put on any weight. Yeah, it wasn't until junior and senior year I actually got muscle and stuff.
Like, hi guys, I'm here to play.
I had a pick 6 at defensive end. That was fun. And then
I was playing. Yeah,
I also I think I'm in their record. They don't really keep good records, but like for scoring, because I was a kicker for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I kick field goals, which nobody really does that at high school level.
Right. Because nobody can make them.
No. So I had a lot of points.
Speaking of defensive end pick 6s, did you see Kayvon Thibodeau's almost
I saw him smashing some people. Like,
he was smashing some dudes, but he almost got that pick because he took that first step like he was rushing, then he just shifted left
and moved,
and it threw it right into his left hand, and he's just
almost.
I was like, dude, if he would have gotten his hands on that, he would have been gone.
I was playing flag in an organized league, and it was on a 2-point conversion. And it was one of those plays where I was a nose tackle, but I was dropping into coverage, mostly because I got tired of hitting the center. And so I dropped into coverage, and the quarterback decides he's going to buzz the tower on me and throw it right over my head for the 2. What he did not realize is that I have incredibly quick reflexes.
He's Drax.
Yeah.
Nothing
So,
goes over
you know,
his head.
nothing would go over my
He would
head. I would catch it. So he does that, and I go, boom, you know, one of those like, and we kind of look at each other like, holy shit, I just caught that. Holy shit, you just caught that. And so I come down with it, and I do like this fucking sidestep, juke the quarterback out of his fucking socks. He just fucking lets me go. Like, he doesn't even try to chase me down at that point. I get about 75 yards running with the ball, and all I'm gonna get is 2. I mean, we're losing. It's like 30-6. Like, we're getting our asses handed to us. And like, I'm running, I'm happy, I'm about to score 2 points. I turn and look, and one of the wide receivers is just jogging, and he's just coming up next to me. I'm like, Bruce, god damn it, no!
It's Brucey's time to shine.
Yeah. And he just like walks up next to me and just like pulls my flag, like not even like just like I'm fast, like I know I'm faster than you. I'm gonna beat you to the goal line, so we're just gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like, all right, but
There
yeah,
was one time. Oh, what was that?
I said, just give me that real quick.
Oh, I played 2-hand touch intramural at Western for somebody else's team, and they're like, "Just come play with us." And I was like, "All right." They didn't have a quarterback, and I was like, "Well, I mean, I can throw and I'm fast. All right, I'll be quarterback." They were terrible. They had no idea how to do anything. And I was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to line up everybody to the right, except for you over here. Then you're going to motion to the right, and then I'm going to go left. Motion everybody, and I fucking took off. I was high stepping at like the 15, and the ref is like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "I'm doing it."
Like, look at me go. Look at me. He doing it.
He doing it. Oh, it was so fun.
I thought you were going to say
that team scored.
Hey, you don't score until you score.
Oh, yeah, score.
Score. I thought you were going to tell me you did
touch or was it 2-hand shove?
It was touch. They wouldn't even let you block with your hands because, like, I'd been a lineman for years. Yeah, you had to pick block. You couldn't block with your hand. I was like, this is some bullshit. So I'm gonna be somebody else. I'm gonna be a receiver or quarterback, and that's when I switched to quarterback. I was like, you can't throw, and I can't block like this. This is stupid.
I would play line, and I'm sorry, Dave. We've cut you off like 4 times.
I think we've all cut each other off a few times.
I know.
I was gonna say it's like that Kevin Hart joke when he saw about his bodyguard, like, "Where you gonna go? That's how you block. Where you going?"
Nobody cuts Dave off.
Nobody fucks with it.
Nobody cuts. No, I can't. I don't know.
You know what else was funny is when I realized that I probably would have been really good at football if I had actually played, because like I would play line, and I had 0 quarterback pressures, I had zero sacks, no holding penalties, and like anytime we were running, I would just shove the dude up the field 10-15 yards. I'm like, I would have been good at this. I've been sad now.
Yeah.
So I also realized the fucking stories I told you, like, yeah, of course I was good. I would have been good at football. There was a pedigree for a reason.
Yep. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Like, I always regretted not playing basketball because I was like, man, I was pretty decent.
I regretted not wrestling.
I wish I had gone to a school that had more than a basketball program, because I would have done a lot more.
I think I should have just went to a smaller school because I would have done everything. I just when I went to South Umpqua, I was like, well, you do like 1 or 2 things and that's it.
It's funny that you say that, because like I don't even see, like, South Umpqua is a huge school compared to my school.
Right. You went to like the smallest though. Like
the smallest of the small.
The smallest of the small. Like, I could have went to Riddle or Days Creek because Riddle was like a 2A at the time, I think.
What's South?
3.
Umpqua? They're 3 now, but
they've always been 3.
Oh yeah, they were 3, but they were one of the schools that 6 before. I thought they went up to 4. No, they were at the top of 3A.
Even when Oregon switched over to the 6A, they stayed at 3A.
But they were a high 3A. That's what it was. They were at the top of it. Now they're at the bottom.
We had to play Umpqua Valley Christian once.
They're a bunch of cheaters.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Not very godly.
I'm telling you right now. They're a bunch of cheaters.
And how so? Like I dealt with their fucking just playing in their gym, and that sucked.
Well, they were in our league for junior high and high school stuff too. And so I got to see, like, they're going to Roseburg High School and going, hey, you like Jesus, right? Come play at our 1A school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's expensive. Not if you play sports and you're good at them. Oh,
so
cool.
they were basically doing what Canyonville was doing.
In Marist, yeah.
I was going to say Marist, yeah.
I remember
Canyonville,
like they were number 2 in the state because they kept importing dudes from like fucking Germany to come play basketball for their fucking high school in the middle of nowhere. I mean, no offense, nowhere, Oregon.
So you're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong. The one thing South Umpqua did get from Canyonville was we got a couple of fucking Islander football players when I was at South Umpqua. Just a couple of them.
Just what
were their names? Carry. Give me the names. See if I remember.
Agataga Maga and Maga Agataga.
I do remember before a game, I didn't play offense. I only played defense, which was really weird for a 3A.
It was super weird. I never understood that.
Yeah, because
why doesn't Dave play offense?
I didn't play. The only time I went in on offense was fullback every once in a while.
Yeah.
But so the way that goes at the beginning of the year, I was playing, I was right guard, middle linebacker.
Yeah.
And there was a kid a year younger than me who was a little bit bigger than me and just as good at blocking. And Hubs, who I was really close, our defensive coordinator, who I was really close, like would go to his house on Thursday nights for dinner every night. And he just came to me, and he was also the offensive line coach. He's like, hey, what do you think about just playing defense? And I was like, you mean I get to just focus on hitting people? And he says, yes. And then that's all I did. I watched 3 hours a day of film, and all I had to focus on was defense. So that's how I ended up playing defense only.
See, but I would have gone either tight end or guard.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because I can catch the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
But also being a pulling guard and hitting on a wham or a trap block sounds like a lot of fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Just pulling. Surprise, motherfucker.
I love
You didn't see me coming.
Yeah. Oh, but back to the CCA thing.
You thought you were going to get a tackle.
Right. You're gone. It was me and a bunch of the O-line and D-line guys. We drove down to the Christian Academy.
Oh, God.
And all of our trucks, all of our loud-ass fucking trucks, and we parked in all the staff parking spots. And someone came out and they're like, and I can't remember his name, but we're just like, we're here to pick up so-and-so. We're about to go kick somebody's ass.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then all the CCA chicks want to know who we were at that point because they were like, whoa, hey, outsiders.
There was one time I showed up at Glendale and pulled Heather out of school. I was like 19. No, I was 20. I was like, hey, I'm here, and I'm going to get her. Like, who are you? I'm like, I'm this guy.
hey, guy.
Fortunately, like, her mom worked at the school, too. I'm like, hey, taking your daughter. She's like, why? I'm like, because I feel like it, god damn it.
Because I said so.
I said so. Bitch, we got things to do. People to see. Wait. Check that person.
Run back. I was trying to find the Dame trade info.
Yeah. The full haul.
Oh my god.
Well, like, yeah, because you got to include the whole Drew.
The Fuskies continue to grow their brand. Is that real?
I mean, it is Kirkland.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's one of those. It's one of those. I'm surprised we're not making a deal with Kirkland right now.
Wait. What is this? Why does it say those words?
I don't see what words it says. Sola.
I don't like that.
That
was 3 hours ago. That jersey was not on there today. We're getting sidetracked. Get wrecked.
I'm getting bamboozled right now. I don't super like it. Run amok.
Hey, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock
landed on us.
Look at yourselves.
Is that Dave Chappelle's best acting?
That is hands down my favorite Dave Chappelle movie.
No, it's not. His best acting is Clayton Bigsby.
Sir!
Sir!
Message sample.
That
Can't
or
say.
that's really good, or Hello Rara. Illegal Leopard.
He's got some good skits.
Mm-hmm.
NIG.
But Men in Tights is probably hands down my favorite Dave Chappelle movie he's been in.
What about Half Baked?
It's funny. I enjoy it, but Men in Tights. I watched Men in Tights.
Oh yeah, you watched that a lot.
Oh, like that was one of the few. Like we had VHS back then because we didn't have TV. Well, we had a TV.
It
but
used to be on Fox.
It did?
Yeah, they used to play it on like, oh, this Friday night on Fox, Robin Hood Men in Tights. Mel Brooks presents.
I just thought everything about that movie I enjoy it, like especially how he talks about Robin Hood with an actual English accent. Because Kevin Costner Robin Hood. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm Robin Hood.
Yeah.
No, it's funny.
Like, I'm Robin Hood because I got a big hat.
I did not know that he made a Robin Hood movie.
Oh my God, Burt Reynolds as Robin Hood would have been so good. Or Norm Macdonald as Burt Reynolds as Robin Hood.
Yeah, and he's chewing gum the whole time.
Playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Did his fucking 3-hitter he put on Nick Swardson the other day? I sent to you. He's like,
God, it was so good.
Dave, I don't know if I sent it to you, but he's like, United Airlines rated number 1 for customer satisfaction for 9th year in running. How about that? You know who got last place? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy. Don't laugh at 9/11. I was there walking through bones and blood through the streets looking for my brother. He was in Toronto.
He was in Toronto. You know what? We should get together and go kill that Hitler guy.
Yeah, somebody ought to do something about that guy.
Somebody ought to do something about it. No, he's actually dead.
I'm imagining.
I didn't even know he was sick.
Norm Macdonald as famous people throughout time, like.
Oh my God.
General Patton. Yeah. He is to not die, but make the other dumb son of a bitch die.
Norm as Bert as Abe Lincoln. For score. Like 7 years ago.
Hey, hey, Jefferson Davis.
Hey,
some of those people in chains. We're gonna have to do something about that.
I'm gonna let them go. Well, hey, these people.
Norm Macdonald plays
Norm Macdonald as Jake.
Well, these people.
Wait, Jake as Norm as Jake.
Jake as Norm as Jake. Yeah, we're getting super meta here. Super meta. But these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. I'll never forget the day that Dave realized this was a Jay-Z lyric. But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
That's a podcast.
Hey, go Ducks.
Go Ducks. Fuck the Huskies.
Fuck those Huskies straight up. They're stupid asses. Not in a bestiality way. Or in
That's why I think of the Huskies.
Fuck them.
make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.